Welcome back everybody, it's me, Codemasters92, and we are back today with F122. I hope you like this video. If you do, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel or my content if you haven't subscribed already. And if you do subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me, my channel and my videos. And don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any of them as they drop onto YouTube. So yes, we are back with F122 and our My Team career. Today, we head to the French Grand Prix for round 12, I believe now, of our 22, I think, race season. Maybe 21 race season, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, yes, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, 11 races left, including France, of course. So we have, obviously, you can see there, we are on an extremely good run of form as of late. Hopefully we can continue that. Imola was a little bit of an off race. You can see that 9th place there. We don't do very well around Imola, and I think it might have been wet. So we are probably due a rep race, but hopefully not this time round. We did keep Jenson Button in the last video, so seems we did keep Jenson Button. We're going to give him some G-Force training and try and give him the best chance, the best possibility of what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, the best chance to grow. He obviously needs to get used to the car a little bit more, maybe. Obviously, we are down on performance by quite a bit now. We are obviously in front of the Scuderia. However, the Scuderia aren't normally at the back of the grid, which is the weird thing. So I don't quite get that. They're a mid-pack team, so they're normally around the mid-pack. It's Williams and Haas that are at the back, so yeah, a bit of a strange one, but you know, hey ho. We're obviously keeping an eye on Mick Schumacher this year, maybe looking to bring him into the team for next year. Hopefully our team can be a little bit stronger after hopefully winning the Drivers' Championship, which was where we are at the moment on the standings. So if we continue that, that's pretty good. We advanced our time then, as we pick up that G-Force training for Jenson there. We get an extra resource there. We've got the team building, our weekly resources, and a sponsor advisement. Oh, hang on, we got a powertrain development thing here. Communicate with online. Here we go. So let's go to this event. So this is invest in online lecture material to help with staff development. Yeah, I agree. That's a good shout. So we've got Learn Skills, a company offering a site of online lecture materials, many of which would be useful development resource for our engineers. Access to the materials is an one-off licensing purchase, but then we would need personnel to integrate them into our existing development processes. So it's not cheap, but it could be very valuable. Yeah, no questions asked. No questions asked, that one there. We get an extra couple of resources. So while we are here, we've got 1,500 resource points now. And we didn't have any aero going. So that's what I was going to go for. That's what we shall sit in. We shall upgrade that. Yeah, look, see, when you go to... I don't know. It's very strange, the way it determines how powerful your car is here, because looking at that, that upgrades that we've got once they're added to the car. Obviously, the other teams upgrade their cars as well, I suppose. So, yeah, McLaren are at the top, which is valid. McLaren are doing well, but Red Bull are only 4th. Well, if you look at the standings, Red Bull are technically higher than the McLaren and the Mercedes. Yeah, Aston Martin, AlphaTauri down there, Williams right at the bottom with typical Nicholas Latifi. But yeah, so it's a bit of a strange one really. Aston Martin down in 0 points in the Constructors' Championship. Yeah, obviously they've got they're better than us to start with. So yeah, a bit of a strange one. But anyway, let's advance our time ready for the Pirelli Hot Lap here. We've got the Aston Martin or the Ferrari Roma. We're going to go for the Aston Martin in the Checkpoint Challenge. We're going to jump into this Pirelli Hot Lap then and try and get that acclaim for our team, which we need to get that last sponsorship slot, which I believe is level 25. Yeah, so I'm going to head into the French Grand Prix. I can't see us having a sprint here because we had a sprint in the last race, so I'll probably jump back in once all of our practice sessions have finished and we are heading into our one-shot qualifying where hopefully we can be on the front row again. Okay, so here we are, about to start our qualifying session. Tried to make the video a little bit shorter by not showing you all of the research development, but as you can see, we now have 2,000 research development. We have done all of our development tests. We are obviously 1 point with the last race away from Charles Leclerc. I was hoping I could sort of show you here, but it doesn't look like I can, but that doesn't really matter. Let's just focus on the racing. So we've got one-shot qualifying next, and then 13 laps of the French Grand Prix. We have topped FP1, 2 and 3 so far. So, with a bit of luck, we can get a pole position here. And hopefully look at getting a clean sweeping weekend for this French Grand Prix, which would be quite nice. Top every session. Obviously done a lot of development with the car. Apparently not enough, but we are very competitive in the car. So, yeah, let's equip fresh sort of softs, of course, and head on to track and see how we can get on. So here we go. We come down at the start straight, onto the brakes, turning it in for the first and second corner, getting a nice little run out of that second corner. We come down there, probably cut the curb there, but these curbs can be rather deadly. Try and get it out wide to get you a nice sweeping corner just as you come onto this straight, onto the DRS straight away. Coming down this long straight that's broken up by a little bit of a chicane here. And then back down to finish the straight as we come around this lovely section. I do like this track. This track's a very nice track to drive on. Flat out through here. Try and use the whole track. Don't brake as much around here. Try and use the engine brake ever so slightly. Pick that wider line to get onto the acceleration a little bit earlier. Very easy to outbrake yourself there, and you don't want to hit that curb on the inside either because it is raised. It does send you, it will send you off track. Final corner, hairpin corner, a bit like that one just did to me. We are currently sitting in first place. Are we going to keep it by the line? It looks like we are, and we do.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done.
We got pole position again, which is brilliant. We are really getting to grips with this game now, to be fair, in our second season. Been playing a lot of this game recently, so yeah, getting into the habit of playing F1. I love the F1 game.
With qualifying complete,
oh wow, by nearly 5/10 of a second we were quicker than Max Verstappen there, so wowzer.
Don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow.
Mick Schumacher picking up 13th. Obviously we are watching Mick Schumacher closely. So then, let's have a look. We have out-qualified Charles Leclerc, which does mean that we have beaten Charles Leclerc as part of our rival, so we get that extra acclaim there. And our team gets nearly halfway through level 20, which is good. I think you have to get to level 25, I've said, to get the next, to get your next sponsorship. So we will push for that, of course, as we now head into the race day. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a cloudy, dry conditions on track though, which is good. We've got 13 laps around here, so hopefully, with a bit of luck, it won't start raining. We have to look at changing our strategy and going for the inters. We don't really want to be raced in the wet, but if we are, we are. It doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter, because it might mean we don't win. But if we don't win, we don't win. It doesn't really faze us that much, to be fair.
Hello,
it's just cloudy, I think, by the looks of it.
Paul Ricard, current home of the French Grand Prix.
We don't need to listen to him. We don't need to see the grid. Okay, so
after the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
Race strategy. I'm going to put an extra bit of fuel in for this race because I think this could eat my fuel up. So we got a pit lap 5 with the soft tyre. So 5 laps on the soft tyre, pitting on lap 5. for then 8 laps on the medium tyre to see us till the end of the race. We have our current setup ready. We are going to go straight out for the formation lap from pole position, of course, and look at starting this Grand Prix.
Launch map is good. We need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. Need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
So, we will listen to our engineer there and start warming everything up ready for this French Grand Prix. I will drop back in with everybody once we are about to start this Grand Prix and form our grid. Okay, so we are around the final hairpin now. We're coming on to the main straight now. Just trying to back up this grid ever so slightly with it being a little bit cold. We don't want our tyres to cool down while we're sat on the grid waiting for the rest of them to form, so there we go.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one.
Optimal line out of the corner, which is good. We've got both Red Bulls behind us.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed.
Here we go then. And it is lights out and away we go. We are straight onto the overtake mode here. Max Verstappen is getting past us by the first corner, and we've got a Red Bull up the inside as well. What's Max Verstappen doing there? Getting it a bit wrong there. Carlos Sainz pouncing. Can we get up round the outside? We can, because he gets onto the curbs on the exit of that corner. That isn't going to do his line any good. We're going to switch to the overtake mode here because Carlos Sainz looks like he's pulling away at the front here. Max Verstappen having a bit of a woeful start there. We didn't have a bad start, but Max Verstappen coming out of turn 1 obviously hindered our start. We were right behind him. We didn't really have anywhere to go. Max is dropping down the order. Lando Norris has got past both Red Bulls now, as we are attempting to trace down Carlos Sainz. In this first lap, as he got a better start than most people, he managed to capitalise on the chaos that was turn 1 and 2. Okay, we are closing Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz with the quickest lap of the race. After being able to have a little bit of that clean space in that P1 position. Not having to worry about any other driver that's in front of him. It's a bit wide. Overtake mode as we come onto this back straight. I'm going to turn it off as we come down here because we are in his slipstream now. Does pull away from me out of the corners, but we make it up under braking. We are much better on the brakes. There's that raised course I was telling you about. Got to run out that corner. Dive bomb into the final corner. That was a good one. We got a decent run out that penultimate corner there. That served us quite well. Using my overtake mode all the way up this hill just to try and gain a little bit of time on Carlos Sainz. Obviously he is going to have DRS, I think. Unless I can break it by the time I get there, but I can't see that happening. He will have DRS down the big main straight. Oh, cut that corner. Right, overtake mode as we come on to the back straight. He is going to have DRS, but I don't think he's going to be able to capitalise that much. He is now over a second behind now. Need to try and save some of that overtake mode. A lovely corner that is. That was a much better corner there. Makes so much difference if you don't get on that raised curb. There is a yellow flag. It's gone straight back to green. Oh, Carlos Sainz has spun it, I think. I think that was Carlos Sainz. Oh, luck over the last couple of Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz obviously having a little bit of a problem. Whether he spun it or run wide or something, but the yellow flag came out and Carlos Sainz dropped past 5th place, so no idea where he is now. We are obviously coming up to our pit window. We've got 1.8 seconds to Lando Norris now. So I can save some of that overtake mode for my in-lap next time round. It is only on medium, so that's good. Just wanted to check my ERS status there, because I don't have the display in front of me today. We have taken this lap a little bit easy, to be fair. This is a bit of an easier lap. Haven't pushed as much during this lap. Such a nice track, this Paul Ricard Circuit. I'm going to be on that curb. Right, this is our in lap. We need a good lap here.
Box, box, we're coming in this lap.
Agreed, box, box. We shall confirm that as we go down the back straight. Don't want to do it now, just in case. Wide through that. One to the back straight now. Let's confirm that box. Get to 14% overtake. We'll turn that one off. Gap still 1.5 to Lando Norris. As long as it stays to about 1.5 seconds, we're going to be okay, I think.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Cracking stuff. But we're going to pit anyway. Tell you what, that gap has come down to 1. Well, I was going to say 1.2, but it's gone back up to about 1.3, 1. Oh, it's come back down now, though. Can't make his mind up. Did we just speed in pit lane? We're not having that. We're not speeding in pit lane. I always get confused with the Paul Ricard Circuit as to where the pit lane is, because you always think it's going to be round the corner. We still sped in pit lane. It's a very odd pit lane. Or pit lane entry, anyway. Oh, how are you supposed to slow down for that, then? Now you've got to slow down stupid amounts. Not the best pit there. We've done that a couple of times in practice, to be fair, so... Typical, really. We'll have to try and get that out of our mind, though.
Information on Verstappen.
No information on Verstappen, then.
That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
We are out before Lando Norris, which is of course the important thing. After that abysmal pit stop. Lando Norris is going to catch us up slightly though, because we've got colder tyres. And I don't think the AI are affected by the cold tyre situation that this game's put in. Have we just made enough gap on Lando Norris that he doesn't have DRS? We can't really see. The fact that he's not gaining on me, I would have said so. Okay, so we're on lap 6 of 13 here. Our pit strategy is complete. We are just waiting to see where everybody else is going to come out. People like Max Verstappen, have they managed to get the undercut on us or not? Our teammate is in the pits. We come round the final corner now. And get a nice line out of that final corner. Max Verstappen we've overtaken in the pits. There is no one coming out of the pits. So our pit strategy has worked. Carlos Sainz has come out on a hard tyre. Or was Carlos Sainz on a hard tyre because of the issue he had at the start of the race? Maybe that is a possibility. The one that's mainly benefited from that pit is George Russell. George Russell has overtaken both Red Bulls during that pit strategy. I think he's about to be mugged by Charles Leclerc, but yes, well done to George Russell there, getting his pit strategy bang on. Both Mercedes working well in their pit strategy. Let's come off the accelerator a little bit there. Right, that was my first flying out lap. And it was a good one because we've gained a lot of time on Lando Norris there and our fastest lap of the race, so that was most definitely a good one.
22.0 seconds.
Felt nice and smooth on these medium tyres, I have to say. I think we were just struggling with those softs ever so slightly towards the end there. Joe Granu is out of this session, unfortunately for Joe Granu there. Wonder if he retired or whether he had an accident, and I can't see that you would hit a wall or anything like that in this circuit, but could have hit somebody else, I suppose. That is a good point there. Could hit somebody else. So we have gained a 2.3 second lead now on Lando Norris, feeling very comfortable with these medium tyres. I had to do my race strategy on the soft tyre in P2, so I didn't really know how well we were going to feel with these medium tyres, but I tell you what, they're feeling very nice and stable.
Caution, caution.
Now this is going to be the caution for Joe Granu, who's unfortunately out of this race. There he is. That looks like a mechanical issue the way he's parked over in the corner there. So we did pick up the fastest lap of the race there with a 1:32.9, which isn't bad at all on a medium tyre. How's my fuel looking? Oh, loads of fuel. We should be good for fuel. Okay, so we have, what's that, 4 laps left of this Grand Prix left. We are 2.5 seconds in front of Lando Norris and feeling incredibly nice and smooth with these tyres now. Just using the overtake mode in the right areas where they seem to gain a little bit of time on us. Trying to keep him with that 2-second gap. He's got an 8-second gap to George Russell behind him, who's still managing to stay in front of Charles Leclerc. George Russell putting up a bit of a fight there, I would have said. Not entirely sure how he's managed to keep Leclerc behind him. With the main straight speed of that Red Bull, he should be able to just blast past, especially down that back straight.
That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Right, down the back straight again here. We've got 4 laps left of this Grand Prix. I'm going to do the same as I did in my previous video and just fast forward this because I think this is literally just going to be us driving around for the next 4 laps. So I'll drop back in with everybody once we are nearly finished our our last lap, or obviously, of course, if something happens. But I think it's going to be a pretty plain sailing end of this French Grand Prix for us now. Yeah, so I'll drop back in once we are nearly finished this Grand Prix, or if anything important happens, shall we say. Righto, so we are coming up to the last sector of this French Grand Prix, and as you can see, we did eke out a gap ever so slightly. We have only just been doing consistent laps. I haven't really been pushing. We have literally just been doing comfortable laps. As you can see at the top there, Charles Leclerc unfortunately has managed to get past George Russell. Valiant effort from Russell there, but I'd never thought in my wildest dreams that he was ever going to keep Charles Leclerc at bay there. So we come up, we start finish straight to cross the line and of course take our 9th consecutive win for this season. A full weekend, topped every practice session. Sebastian Vettel getting driver of the day, so well done to Vettel. Yeah, topped every practice session, pole position in qualifying, fastest lap, and of course, the P1 position there. Charles Leclerc with his Ferrari helmet, his Ferrari helmet sitting in a Red Bull. Well, that's quite funny actually. I like that. A lot.
Driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere.
It's very true. It's very true.
Of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those that we've witnessed today.
Amen. Amen to that. It's not just about us; it's of course about the team as well. So, 13 completed laps there, a bonus of an extra 1,000. So we get 2,300 XP for our podium pass, which hopefully will take me up one more level. No, just short. Just short.
How the driver standings have changed. Joker increases their championship lead. Let's focus on the driver of the day.
Joker does, but what about the Constructors? The Constructors Championship, we are in front. We are in front in this Constructors Championship as well. Obviously, most of the points being down to us.
The owner driver's team moved to the top of the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One, so be sure to join us for the
There we go. The owner's champion is now top That's pretty cool. Like that. Do like that a lot. Yeah, so there we go. That's where we are. So we have now, obviously, been in front. We are the Constructors Championships. No, start again. The Constructors Championships. We are now leading, and of course we are still winning the Drivers Championship as well with 286 points, which obviously is quite a lot compared to everybody else. But we have obviously had an incredibly good run of form. Yeah, so we've got 8 mil now. So we can start looking at some upgrades here. So I'd like to try and get an upgrade done for at least chassis or aero. So build time 4.5 mil. I think I'm going to go for that one. Get that in for the 4th of August. Obviously got a little bit of R&D available to us as well. Does it gonna do? Yeah, okay, so it reckons we should get that one. We've got 800 left. Don't think we can afford anything else. No, we can't. We're just shy of that as well. It's a little annoying. Okay, but that leaves us with 800 that we will gain for the next time, so it's not all that bad. It's not all that bad. Our vehicle's still looking good, I think. 28, 19, 20, 47, 38, 32, 53. Wow, okay. So our gearbox, we're probably going to need a new gearbox. We'll have a look, see how we'll see how well it'll do. I reckon we've got at least another 7 laps in it, maybe, which obviously isn't enough, but we'll use it for the next Grand Prix, I think. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix next. In the next video, of course. That yeah, we'll have a think about whether we change that. Whether we change that upgrade, that gearbox. I'm tempted to change it, but then I do think that, are you doing the right thing by changing it? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, I think. Yeah, difficult one. I'm thinking about that one while I'm looking at other stuff. Anyway, so that was it for today. Full sweeping weekend in France. We pick up all obviously important points, and our Constructors is now top of the championship as well. So hopefully we can continue that form. But unfortunately, that is all we have got time for today, and that is it for the video. If you liked it, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and my content if you haven't subscribed already. And if you do subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me, my channel and my videos. And don't forget to hit that all-important bell so you don't miss any of my videos as they drop onto YouTube. And I shall see you all in the next video.